been reported missing?
No one. They didn't know how long the body had been in the wood. There was nothing left of the clothing, and, well, I don't want to sound gruesome, but there were things actually growing through it.
Ooh.
That's why the yoga top was so important, you see.
Oh.
Yeah, what they couldn't remember was whether the top was underneath the hand or beside it.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
All right, love, hold on a minute.
I did you a favour. What, getting me up at 6:30? It's no good being on the nest too late in the morning, Jim, lad. You're starting to get that egg-happy look about you. Rubbish! Now, there's a funny thing. Daniel Owen. Dano. Part-time cat burglar. Earliest train pipe Dan. Can't resist them, can't Dano? Like a doctor on a lamppost. What on earth's he doing out here to tell me like this in the morning? You don't think he's... Could be. He combines this with his other little hobby. Safe popping.
Not a dicky bird.
Oh. Nothing. Madam, unless you tell us your name and address, we're going to have to take you down to the station.
Sierra Oscar from 101, are you receiving? Over.
Stopping and searching innocent people in the middle of the street. Haven't you heard of civil liberties?
Yeah. My missus gets the curtains from them. Nothing, Tosh, but he's not wearing any socks. Come on. In the back.
Not even a credit card?
Not a thing.
Excuse me, Viv.
Checked everywhere.
Dear Viv, you try hiding a credit card on a naked man sometime and tell me if you come up with any new places, because I'd be interested to hear.
Oh, I just don't understand it. We hung around that market since 6 o'clock this morning and picked him up, what, 2 minutes after the bag went missing?
And they say it's the early bird.
Oh, don't you start, Sarge.
Maybe it's not them.
Oh, it's them, all right. They just think they're getting clever, sticking to credit cards, checkbooks, cash.
You have to let them go.
Rubbish, I haven't done any burglary. What burglary? You've done me for not wearing socks.
Well, I didn't want you catching cold now, did I?
Oh, very touching, Tosh. But don't you realise it's all the fashion not to be wearing socks these days?
What? Among Welsh cat burglars and safe breakers? You'll be rolling up your trouser legs next.
Oh, I thought that was your game. Come on, Tosh, be reasonable.
Reasonable? What's reasonable about drilling holes in people's safes, eh? Last week we had somebody climb through a third-floor window. Neat job, no mess, no prints. All we could find was an old size 8 sock. Ugh. Interesting MO, eh? Dano?
And you think it was me?
Yeah.
I can't see the meter, but this should just about cover it. Drop in the next corner, will you, driver?
Get off, go on.
I wonder where the coat hanger gets his clothes from.
Yeah, I wonder.
Come on, get a move on.
Well, what have we got here then?
Mind your head, mind your head.
Oh, that's it. Down we come.
It's a bit of a nuisance, I'm afraid, ma'am. She's removed every piece of identification, so we had to bring her in.
Mrs. Elizabeth Agnes Usher. Claire, can you take Mrs. Usher into the canteen and give her a quick cup of tea?
Yeah. Come on, love.
Taffy, will you phone St Ursula's, the residential home, tell them that she's safe?
Yes, ma'am. How do you know it's her, ma'am?
It's just their little bird told me.
Five ones, anybody?
What is it now, Hollis?
Nothing. I just need change, that's all.
No.
Sorry, Reg.
Change? Somebody must have change.
Ellis?
Yeah?
I haven't. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, Dano, I'll tell you what. If we don't hear any news, any exciting news, say by about 10 o'clock when everything's open, or the shops anyway, we'll let you go. How about that?
It'll be just my luck. Okay. I'll tell you what, Tosh, though it upsets me. You listening, Tosh?
Yes?
Tosh, what I'm about to say is very hard for me. Look, I don't know how to put this, but there's another woman.
Pull the other leg. It's got a sock on.
Tosh!
Right. Sit. Here. Jim, check with the desk, will you?
I mean, you know.
It's Jim.
I was just having a little bit of rumpy-pumpy, eh? Her husband works for British Rail, doesn't he?
Does he?
Could always be relied on to be late, couldn't he?
Break in,
Well, not today.
safe.
I don't know what this country's coming to. Had to grab all my things and hope for the best. Only later I discovered my socks were missing, weren't they?
And a name? This goddess of love?
Tosh, how can I?
Well, it's easy. A name, an address.
Suppose it comes out, eh? She's a sensitive woman.
Really?
And I'm a sensitive guy. But her husband, oh no, uses railway sleepers for toothpicks.
Yeah. Guess what, Tosh? Ironmonger's safe's been drilled. Use the ironmonger's own tools. He's not best pleased.
Sod's law.
No, Dano. The law.
Is there anyone you'd like me to call? No one? Did something happen?
No.
Mrs. Usher, you can't have it both ways. If you won't tell me what the matter is, we can't help you.
There you go, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth? How dare you call me Elizabeth? I've never been called Elizabeth. It's Mrs. Usher to you, you young puppy. Mrs. Usher.
OK, so I've been wrong in the past. But this time, I just know it.
Mike, don't take it so personally. There's a parking space back there.
I'm not. It's just... they knew they were clean.
Look, either they're stashing it,
Oh, bloody quick.
or there's somebody else. Maybe they've got a runner or something.
Somebody else who can spill the beans on him. No. They've got it all worked out. But they're not that clever.
Goodbye, Mrs. Usher. Take care.
The fourth time, you know, ma'am, she's run away.
I know.
She's a troublemaker. I didn't believe them when they told me at first, but apparently she hit her roommate with a telephone. Same age as my grandfather.
Good.
No sign of entry?
No.
Probably up that drain pipe, in through that window. Can you give it a dust down, please, darling?
I want to see dust up there. But it's shut.
Well, it is now, but was it then?
Well, normally it is, yes, but well, you don't think that's where he got in, do you?
Probably. And if he has any sense, he'll have shut it when he climbed in. Then he lets himself out the back door. They're not all stupid.
No.
You haven't found any socks, have you?
Socks?
Hmm.
Oh.
Have a look round, will you, Jim?
Socks?
Monkeys can't climb up trees wearing shoes. Our friend takes them and his socks off and then shins up there before he can say Ply Company.
So you know who it is?
Maybe. Let's have a look inside, shall we?
Bullseye. That's what we've been looking for. Their very own mobile safe deposit box.
Not nice.
Yeah. Damn cheek. Used all my own tools. Brand new. And this safe. Bloody ridiculous.
There's nothing wrong with the safe. That's a good safe. Unless you know exactly where to drill. He did. 3 holes.
What's that then? Fingerprints?
There won't be any.
How can you be so sure?
Once our little friend takes his socks off, he sticks them over his hands. If he messes them up, he chucks them away. Well, hides them, really.
Well, why don't you arrest him then?
We have. But we can't prove anything unless we find his socks.
That yoghurt top, what were you saying?
Oh, yeah, that. Well, it was vital, see, because it had a sell-by date on it. March 79. But if it was beside the hand, then it might have been blown there by the wind. But luckily, they'd taken a video of the pathologist examining the body. Oh,
Where is she now?
Having another cup of tea, ma'am. They're refusing to take her back. Well, it does seem a bit pointless, doesn't it? She won't stay. They want a social worker assigned.
Have you rung the department?
No, ma'am.
We'll get someone here as soon as possible, will you? We're stuck with her till then.
And the till was empty?
Yes, it was all in the safe.
How was he supposed to know? If you'd have left it open, you could have saved yourself a repair bill.
Yeah, I'll know better next time. This way.
Yeah. Anything else missing?
I don't know. I just don't know where to begin. I shall have to stock take the whole shop. And I've got a girl off sick.
Well, it's up to you, mate, but if it's any consolation, I doubt if it'll have taken her much. Our bloke's only interested in cash and the odd thing he put in his pocket.
And you didn't find anything?
No, he'll have dropped it somewhere to pick up later. Him or one of his kids. Rarely carries anything himself. It's all very hard to prove. Unless we get an admission.
Which is unlikely.
With this bloke, afraid so.
Tosh!
Nice work, Jim.
You go up to the lights, through the traffic lights, and it's the first on your right, OK?
OK, thank you.
It's directions to your section, actually. Get it out.
There's been a robbery.
Where?
In here.
Here, mate! This one's been done! Let their purses to it! It's probably in here somewhere. Shut up!
It's better. Sierra Oscar from 416 receiving, over.
Go ahead, 416.
Another dip's been at work at the supermarket, Sarge. Your cash, checkbook, credit cards, over.
Find out the victims' names and who they bank with, Ken. I've got a list of emergency numbers.
Right, Sarge.
Sierra Oscar 6 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving, over?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you get that?
Yes, we were listening. Ready and waiting.
Here come the boys now.
Ready?
Let's go.
Keys, please.
Oh, look,
Keys.
Giorgio Armani himself.
Come on, out the car.
Take us to your leader.
Pleasure.
That way, sir.
Respect for a gentleman.
In that room.
What do you reckon, Jim?
Well, we could scrape underneath his toenail, send it to the lab, and see if any fibres match the socks. But then we've got to see if the socks match to the scene of the crime. I mean, is it worth it?
I want you to take a car and pick up Dano's wife.
His wife? And tell her what?
Nothing, just the truth. Tell her that we've arrested her husband under suspicion and that he's not been very cooperative. Don't want to forget. And what do you suppose this is? Welsh rarebit?
I used to have a pair like that when I was 13, but they had little green dragons on them, see?
Take this print, Edwards.
Go on, put your foot on that paper.
Got a cracker of a print of the drain pipe this morning. I think we'll find which little piggy went to market.
Most people be happy with the signature.
The socks, don't know. Tell me about the socks.
Listen, Tosh. I wouldn't admit those were my socks even if you were Prince Charming and I was Cinderella. Now would I?
Tom.
I've put less milk in it this time. It doesn't look like it, but it always goes that colour. Are you sure you don't want a sandwich? So there's no one you want me to call? No family, husband?
Husband? Oh, useless. Nothing. He did nothing. And then he went blind. I mean, what kind of luck is that? To be stuck with a 60-year-old man who goes blind on you.
Well, where is he now?
He's no longer alive.
Oh, I'm sorry. But there must be something you like doing there, Mrs. Usher, something you're interested in.
Oh, I like to be among young people. They're all so old. It's no place for me.
Well, at least you're well cared for.
When I turn the heating off, they turn it on again. They treat us like orchids.
Yeah.
Animals never let you down. You kept anything?
Not really. Well, I had a guinea pig once. It was long-haired, Dougal. Well, he got a bit of sawdust in his eye and the vet said he had an abscess on his brain or something like that. What about,
Ridiculous. They don't allow pets in a so-called residential home. Oh, no. Oh, I don't call him a pet. No. I don't know what they used. Gas or something. Rules, rules, rules. Nothing but rules. But there was nothing against my having him like this.
Hello, Mrs. Usher. Claire. Sorry to keep you so long. No sign of the social yet?
No, Mum.
Isn't Edward dealing with this as well?
I don't know, Mum.
Right.
So, you, had him...
Silly. He was only 4. You wouldn't have been any trouble, would you? Sweetie.
You both Owens? Is your mum in? Is she at work? Oh, she's not at work. She's not at work and she'll be back soon, right? What, half an hour? An hour? Half an hour. Right.
Where is he? Where have you got him?
Sonel,
What's he done?
burglary.
No way.
Oh, yes. Early this morning. And
what? No!
we found him in the street. He was...
He was what? What is all this? You trying to tell me something? Give me that. Right, that's it, the lot of you. Come on, inside. Come on, get a move on. Come on, take these. Well?
No, he's all right. It's just he said he'd been out jogging.
He said what? Jogging, Daniel?
Yeah. He was acting suspiciously, and since we've brought him in, he hasn't been very cooperative.
I don't like this. I don't know what you've been doing to him, but I want to see him right now.
No, I think you've got the wrong impression, Mrs. Owens. DC lines wouldn't harm a fly.
Lines? Lines, that beanbag.
I don't believe this.
Damn it.
2-0. It's a poor score, team. Come on, you two. Out you come.
Once more, copper, once more.
Hey,
get off! Come on! You want to keep your boyfriend on a lead, darling? Well, I'll really put a crease in his collar.
So you found nothing in the car?
Nothing. You were there.
Are they posting it? Now, pre-stamped envelope, self-addressed, pop in a letterbox. It's on their doormat the next day. Just a thought.
Search warrant?
Yes. Post office fraud investigation. It's Crown property till it goes through the door.
No.
When it goes through the door, you and I will be waiting.
Right.
5 minutes? Well, no one knew how long the body had been in the woods. There was nothing left of the clothing. That's why the yogurt top was so important, see?
Date stamp, was it?
Yes, Tony, it was.
Well, go on.
Well, nobody could remember whether the yogurt top was underneath the hand or next to it, but luckily they'd taken a video of the pathologist.
Where's he gone?
Excuse me a minute, please, Mrs. Usher.
Shaken, not stirred.
Claire, just tie my shoelaces.
I've been stuck there for nearly 2 hours, Taff. You said you were going to be 5 minutes. This had better be good.
Yeah, well, I meant to. I was busy. In all sorts. Lines, Tosh. He asked me to help with a footprint instead of a fingerprint, you know.
Well, I've never done one before.
A footprint?
Yeah.
Well, perhaps he'd like to help you with this one.
Oh.
It's your turn with her now.
Well, nearly 2 hours she's been here now. You called my boss. Totally unnecessary. I'm called away from the terrifying schizophrenic. God knows he should be in a hospital. I'm just beginning to win his confidence when I'm called away, and all because you can't look after an old lady for a couple of hours.
Claire, where's Mrs. Usher?
Canteen, Mum.
Well, perhaps you care to show us.
Yes, Mum.
This way. Wrong.
She just died.
Lines? Where's that fat bully, Lines? Where are you?
In here.
What you been doing to him, you great brute? What you got his bloody socks off for? Chinese bloody foot torture, is it?
Right. Which cell, Dano?
The one with the window.